Hello. Hey, y'all. My name is Sandra. If this is your first time here, and I am streaming to you from beautiful, sunny Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. If you don't know where it is, child, it's in Southeast Asia. It's just under Thailand and right above Singapore. And people ask me, no joke, all the time, like, how do you really afford to live abroad, live in a big city? Because Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur is it's a city. It's a city with all the things, all the amenities, all the conveniences of a real city. You all know I'm traveling. I'm headed back to Panama and Colombia in just a few weeks. And people ask, like, like I haven't told it. I've been telling it. Like, how do you afford to live the way you do, travel the way you do, and luxuriate the way we do? Because it's not, let's be clear, it's not all rainbows and unicorns and stuff, but it is a pretty decent life. And so people want to know, like, how are you pulling it off? Well, let me tell you, child, I ain't no trust fund baby for sure. And so it's really three income sources. That's what it boils down to. You all have seen the apartment. Ain't nothing changed. Let me just flip it around. Can y'all see? I don't know. Somebody told me it was doing some that it wasn't clear, that it was blurred. Well, I didn't blur it. I don't know. I think it's the setting. I have my thing set on one of the lowest settings so that it doesn't interrupt the signal. But at any rate, so I'm not a trust fund baby, but I do have three distinct income sources. One of those is my pension. Thank God for Jesus. The second is my business. And then everyone knows that I'm an investor. And so between those three income sources, that is, that's how I do it. Most people are trying to rely on one income source, and I intentionally built three, and each of them plays like a different role in how I live. So, the pension is the base. Let's be clear. That's the base. And I don't want to be shooting nobody no sunshine. It's not like, that matters. So that was it gives me an advantage because that brings me some peace, because that is not dependent on the stock market. It's not dependent on, the whimsies of business, any of that stuff. So those are the three income sources. I want you to stick around. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Sandra. My channel is From Lack to Legacy. On this channel, we talk all things money, investing, mindset. We talk about travel. Girl, today, I'm so glad y'all here because y'all know, first of all, listen, I've been on YouTube for a while. I'm coming up, I think, on my third or fourth year. I don't know. But at any rate, it's coming up in August. No, no, no. Wait a minute. I might be at my anniversary. Who knows? Okay. I have to look it up. And I don't even know if it's 3 or 4 years, but whatever it is, it feels like it's been an eternity. And so the algorithm talks to me. The algorithm says, Sandra, you got to talk about the business. If the title says three real income sources on how I fund my life abroad, you got to talk about that up front, right? Okay. So I'm going to get that out the way first, y'all. So if you're here for that, please like, subscribe, share the channel. Hit that like button right now. If you're here, hit the like button. Just do it. It's free. All of it's free. And Mary Love kind of talked us through last week. Hype the video. This is something new. I've been away for a while. So when I came back, now all of a sudden they got this hype button. I know I do it for other creators. And clearly it does something, y'all, because I got not a certificate, but I got a little shout out from YouTube that was saying, y'all shouted out the video. Y'all hyped up the video, the last one I did. So hype the doggone video. I don't know. That little button is somewhere. Maybe Marilyn can tell us where that button is, or if anybody knows where the hype button is, but it's free. So I'm not talking about the paid button. It's a paid button down there for like super chats and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. There's a free thing that you could do. It's called hype in the video. Okay, so we're going to get out. We're going to talk about the three real income sources and what role they play. And then I got some other stuff we want to talk about. I need some help, y'all. I need some help. And so we're going to talk a little bit about skincare because I got some questions. because I'm over here in Southeast Asia and I'm out of my stuff. So let me just foreshadow. Can anybody, is anybody coming this way anytime soon? Anybody coming this way anytime soon? I cannot get this over here in Southeast Asia. If you come in this way and you could get this vitamin C juice for me, because sister is over here fighting like a fish on a hook. If y'all could give me some, it's freezing. Okay, hold on. It's freezing, Maryland. Let me turn on my phone. Okay, let me turn on my phone so Marilyn can communicate with me. Y'all let me know if it's freezing, because then I'm gonna go move this thing back. Is it all clear now? Y'all let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if we are all clear. If we're in the clear, if it's not glitching, give me the thumbs up so I'll know. But I'm gonna go and move the I'm gonna move this doggone. We're in the we good. Okay, but I'm gonna pull the thing down. I'm gonna go pull the, y'all know what I'm talking about. The router. Let me go move the router because whatever. Let me go move it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So everybody said it's in the clear. Okay. Good. Okay. So I promise you, in like 30 seconds, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to tell you why I set it up the way I set it up, what's working, what I would have done differently, just so that if you are interested in moving abroad or traveling or just telling your job to suck it, you need to have money to do those things. Now, let's be clear. I say it all the time. Money don't make you happy, but money can solve a whole bunch of problems. Money can buy a whole bunch of passport stamps. It's not going to make you happy. It's not going to suddenly your depression and anxiety is not going to suddenly disappear, because you mastered the money game. But child, you can afford all the massages. You can get you some good therapy. You can take a break, give your nervous system time to overhaul itself. All of that stuff can happen with money. And so money is important. So let me just say hi to everybody that's here. I sure appreciate my friends coming to hang out with me, because y'all do know y'all are my social circle. Y'all do know y'all my social network, right? Soul Sister Circle is Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Place to vent. Hey. Oh, you in Charlotte. Girl, I almost retired in Charlotte. I thought about it, but Charlotte is expensive. Hey, Raven. Hey, Courtney. Yoli Spinner. We got Fleur de Lis living. My sister loves that symbol, the Fleur de Lis. Hey, Carissa. The Great Migration. Hola, everybody. Is that my Mara? Hey, Mara. Not before 10. That's my homie. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Zaza. And Voyager. That's Mimi. Y'all need to get over there to Voyager. The girl is over there reading fluently. She says she's not fluent. She sure sounds good. I'm talking about in Spanish. If anybody's trying to learn Spanish, I know some phenomenal women, and Mimi is one of them. I happened to catch her broadcast, her live stream, and she was reading and breaking down a Spanish text. So if you're like me, like I'm over here on Duolingo, that's all I'm really doing at this point is Duolingo. And that's good, but it's not going to get you there. You have to have somebody to talk to. Conversational interaction is, I'm sure that's the best way to acquire language. And so Mimi is over there doing her thing. I'm talking about her big one. I was like, oh my gosh. So we sat together. It's like a free Spanish lesson. I guess about 30, 40 minutes or so. Yes, yes, yes. So check out Voyager if you're interested in learning Spanish. The girl is over there doing it. I don't know who thought of this. How how do these people come up with all these like genius ideas? We're gonna get into all of that too, because I know some brilliant women, no joke. Okay, so the Great Migration says K Beauty skincare products is working for me. I know. I'm new to the game. Girl, I got stuff to work on. You have to tell me all about it. Okay, Mira Love is our moderator extraordinaire. Would y'all please show some love for Mara Love. She keeps this show a rolling. She keeps me on top of things. Okay. Karen D said that we're in the clear. Okay, good. I think I said hi to everybody. Okay. Hey, Shirley and Marilyn. Did I forget anybody? Okay. I see the hype button when I watch from my phone, not my laptop. Maybe that's it. So I go back and forth. Is that what it is? Okay. And Carissa says, I want number three. And I'm going to assume by number three, you mean the third income source, either the investing or the business. Okay. Place event says the hype button isn't available. So that might be because you have to be on your phone or whatever it is. Hey, Maria. Hey, Nichelle. Hey, y'all. Hey, Francis. Aw. Hey, love muffin. Oh, that's my little heart. My heart has been shaping. However you do it. Hey, girl. Okay, I think I said hi to everybody in April. Hey, April. I'm so glad you guys are here. So, child, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Okay, so you all know the first income source I have is my pension. I knew getting out here, y'all know I'm a retired teacher. I taught for almost 30 years in Chicago public schools. And while that, that was a great career, don't get me wrong, it was a great career. And teacher pay in Chicago is probably better than many other places in the country. Girl, they have to pay you to make you come in there and do that work that they ask you to do. They have to pay you. But we weren't getting wealthy as teachers. And so, if we weren't getting wealthy while we were in the trenches doing the work, they definitely weren't going to make us wealthy in retirement. But it is a solid base. And the truth is, I could potentially live off of my pension, meaning I could cover all of my expenses. I could, I could enjoy this space, eat what I want, do the things I want, and I would be fine. I could even still maybe even eke out some of my investing things, the money that I set aside for investing from my pension. But live the way I want to live, I wasn't going to be able to do that just on my pension, like adding in the travel and all of the, the finer things that really make life worth living. Like I'm gonna share with y'all all these doggone face care products over here. Being able to do that, being able to afford a personal trainer, being able to pay someone to come in and clean for me, being able to fly business class. Business class tickets ain't buying themselves. Being able to do those things, that would have really stretched me in a way if I was just relying on my pension that I was never going to be comfortable with. I would never. First of all, I don't want to rely. It's like, well, I have to be careful. Y'all know when I get on here, I just get loose. I it's I'm not it's like relying on a man for all of your everything. Nobody wants to be relying on any one source of anything for your existence. And so that didn't, I didn't do that when I was married, honey. I definitely wasn't going to do it while I was out here in the world by myself trying to figure it out. So I knew leaving the house that I knew what my pension was. It was a set amount. Oh, thank you, Amina. Amina knows the drill. She knows how to do it. I don't know how to do any of it. I don't know how to do any of it. But if y'all find that hype button, tap it. I know this. I know you can do it 3 times on a video. So, it is what it is. If you find it, great. If you don't worry about it. It's correct. It's on the mobile app. Okay. So it's on the mobile app. So get to y'all phones, hype it up. It's free. Hit the free button. Do not be hitting the money button. This is not that. Hey, Diamond. Hey, girl. It's just us over here chatting. Karen D says she has a pension when she retires. Yes, Lord, it's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not going to even pretend, y'all, that it is not a part of what helps set me up to come out here. And so if you don't have a pension, please, if you have an opportunity to pay into your 401k, I know, look, I raised kids on a teacher's salary. And them kids did everything. They played sports, they played instruments, they went to camp, they did all the things. So I was never like wealthy, rolling in dough, but you have to put something aside. Your future self will thank you. I know what living paycheck to paycheck is like. Girl, I lived paycheck to paycheck. I'm just here to tell y'all the truth. I lived paycheck to paycheck. Eventually, you know, early on when the kids were little, as the kids got out of the house and I was wrapping up my career, it wasn't such a strain, but you just have to do it. You got to put something aside. So if you're still in the workforce, I know, pay yourself first. People say it all the time. It sounds a little cliche, but you got to do it. Pay yourself first. You'll set yourself up so that you can relax later. So the pension is clutch. Let's be clear, the pension is clutch. But it would not have been enough for me to do all the things that I wanted to do. And so while it would cover my expenses, I can guarantee you it wasn't gonna keep me in business class. It wasn't gonna keep me in the lounge. It was not gonna keep me on these rooftops. It wasn't gonna keep me traveling around the world to see my friends. And so I wanted that. I didn't want to struggle in retirement. And so I understand, like, if you've got Social Security, for some of us, hey, that might be it. I will say this, another thing that I did, and this has nothing to do with the income sources, but I will tell you another thing that I did, and I am not sorry. I sold my house. And so if you've got property, if you're sitting on the fence about deciding, should I keep the house? Should I sell the house? Trust me, I went back and forth with all the things like, oh Lord, am I mortgaging the kids' future? Am I doing my grandchildren a disservice? And, should I hold on to the property like Big Mama would have held on to the property? Y'all know me and Big Mama is at odds because I am not Big Mama. So I sold the house. I sold it, but partly because I had talked with my children and they didn't want the house. So if you got kids who don't want the house, what are you holding on to the house for? That is like I know you all have heard the phrase of being house rich and cash poor. That would have been me in retirement trying to hold on to a 4-bedroom house in a city I didn't want to be in. Chicago's cold as heck. I didn't want to be there. And so it just wasn't practical to hold on to the house. And so selling it allowed me to right size my life. I no longer needed a 2.5 car garage with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. I didn't need all of that space with me. My kids were not coming back. They boomeranged when they were going to boomerang, and they were out. They weren't coming back. They didn't want that house. And so I sold it. Here's the thing that I would have done differently. And I have said this 100 times. If you've been here anytime before, roll a tape. Here's what I would do differently. And this is something for you to consider. When I sold the house, I was fresh off of someone stealing my identity. And so I was very fearful. I mean, I'm talking about I was scared to death, y'all. And then it could have been fear too, because I had never had that kind of money, that kind of lump sum of cash. That's fearful too. Like, that can evoke some sleepless nights if you're not used to, girl, I never saw that much money. Let's be clear. I never saw that kind of money. And so I put the money in the bank, which makes sense, right? You put the money somewhere, you can't sleep with it under your pillow. So I put the money in the bank, but you don't know what you don't know. And I put it into an account that wasn't earning anything. And when I tell you that money sat there for a good solid 2 years, and I would check on it. Like I was checking on a newborn baby, I would check on that money, honey. And I told them people, and I know Bank of America, I say, if one penny of my money come up missing, I'm coming down there. I'm coming to see you because this is a part of my nest egg. I knew that I was going to need that to supplement my pension. So here's what I would have done differently, y'all. And so it's a full circle moment. I would have invested it wisely. Now, that doesn't mean I would have dropped it all in the stock market. It doesn't mean that I would have dropped all of it any one place, but I would have had a plan. I did not have a plan. My plan was to keep it safe, like gold under a bridge, like a troll, monitoring the gold under the bridge. I just wanted it safe. Keep safe was not a plan. I did not have a plan. So if this is you, you must have a plan day one. You got to have a plan day one. And so I would have, if I had it to do over again, I would have invested some of that in the stock market. I would have probably bought a little gold or some kind of alternative investment that isn't tied necessarily to the stock market. I'm not a fan of bonds, but bonds, that's an option because they're a little bit less volatile. But let me tell you what the real misstep. I was looking at a property down in Atlanta, and y'all know this 5, 6 years ago. This was before everything got crazy. And I found it was a fixer upper, and I lie to you not, it was a teeny tiny little condo in like a little row, whatever they call them things, and it was 5 or 6 of them in a row. It was not the worst neighborhood, might not have been the best neighborhood, but it was an up and coming neighborhood. The condo was $40,000. I could have bought it cash. Well, my son and I were going back and forth. He's like, "No, mommy, don't do it. Don't do it." And I'm, kind of torn. By this time, of course, I was already in Mexico sipping margaritas on the beach, living my best life and trying to make these decisions, when I really wasn't settled. What I should have done, and I'm telling you to consider this, take the money. If you're going to sell a piece of property, don't do what I did. Have a plan. Invest the money. If you don't know how to invest it or where to put it, girl, come see us. This is what we do in our financial literacy learning community. We don't give financial advice, but we educate people. What are some of the options? What are the implications to that investment? Consider all these possibilities. I would have definitely done that, and I would have bought that property. Y'all want to know how much it's worth now? I'm scared to look. I won't even look. It makes my tummy flip. The last time I looked, it was worth 80 some thousand dollars. It had already doubled. It already doubled. Can you believe that? The next time I looked, it was like 79 something. I'm sure it was like 39,000 when I looked at it. And it was a fixer upper. And I'm thinking my son could live here. He could fix this up for me. And then I would always have some place to come to whenever I come back to the US. It would have been perfect. And I didn't do it. I don't have very many regrets, but that is one regret, and I need a better word. I don't know. One opportunity for a do-over would have been how I handled that lump sum of money. So here's my advice to you. If you get a lump sum of money, and this leads very beautifully into my next income source, which is investing. That's another way that I'm able to afford this life. It's because I'm a for real active investor. Yes. Somebody said, yes. Who is this? The Great Migration. Yes, my investments have saved me more times than I can count. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm not just saying this. If you are in the chat today and you have some investments, you don't have to reveal, this is the internet. Don't tell all your business. But if you are an active investor, raise your hand. Just drop an emoji down in the chat if you are an active investor. If you're an active investor, raise your hand or thumbs up or just indicate somehow so I know. If you are not an active investor and you want to be an investor, you know where to find us. We do this, and it is an outgrowth. My investments, I had always invested somewhat. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, it matters. So when you see women out here and we're living and we're traveling, y'all, this was not, while I didn't do everything perfectly, I did do enough things that I can really live this life. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And so if you're thinking about pitching the deuces to your boss, which is no better feeling in the world. Let me tell y'all something. And I have to slow myself down because the day I walked into my boss's office, and I was shaky. I was scared, because how you gonna tell your boss face to face? I said, you're gonna need a new third grade teacher. I said, because I'm going to, well, she had actually called me into her office because I had been telling the kids in my classroom, God bless teachers. If y'all know some teachers, hug them, love on them, give them things. She called me into her office because I had been telling the kids they were really cutting up. It was getting near the end of the school year, kids cutting up. I said, listen, y'all can keep acting a fool in here if you want to. I said, but I'm going to the beach. And so it became almost like a running joke that, I'm retiring, I'm going to the beach. Well, somebody must have got wind of it. I guess they did not approve. She calls me in her office to tell me to stop telling the kids that I'm retiring and going to the beach. I said, well, ma'am, I can't stop telling them that because it's the truth. And you're going to need to get you a new third grade teacher because I won't be here. I lie to you not. I cannot make it up. That woman looked me straight in my face, just like I'm talking to y'all, and told me, you ain't go. She said, and I quote, you ain't going nowhere. If you don't know me, you going to get to know me. In my mind, all I could hear was hold my beer trick. Hold my beer because I'm about to show you. Now, not only am I not gonna go nowhere, I'm going everywhere. I'm going everywhere just because you said I can't go nowhere. Who would say that to somebody? I would have imagined that if someone told me that they were going to retire after teaching for 30 years and you done grinded your body down to chalk dust, I would imagine that somebody would say, congratulations. Or, oh my goodness, it's about time. You deserve this. She didn't say none of that. That woman looked me straight in my face and said, you ain't going nowhere. And here's what I heard and what I know. She was really saying, not on this little bit of salary, that little bit of money you made, you ain't saved up enough money to come up out of here. And no, I think I was just 55. It was, it was so a chill went through my body. I was like, oh my God, she really just told me everything she thought about me, which is you ain't prepared for this life. I said, honey, that's where you would be wrong. Because mother might not have put away a whole bunch of change, but I put away enough change. And I had always been an investor in some way. I started out on Robinhood, basically playing games on my cell phone. But I knew if I kept up with it, I would figure it out. Because come on, you do anything for 10 years, eventually you're gonna figure it out. So I started out on Robinhood. Then I moved from that every time they would come into the school, school cafeteria, wherever they would round us up and they were talking about annuities or whatever it was. I tried everything, really, I did. And over time, I started to see, oh, wait a minute, I got a little change here. So that was a little, that was the lead into my investing. I didn't start out, nobody in my family was an investor. Nobody had ever talked to me about money on any level. I was married to a money manager though, y'all, and I've said this. This ain't no news, and I'm sure he don't watch. But I was married to a man who that's what he did. And I did not like him. So you know what? I did not listen to him. I mean, I was listening. I heard some of the things he said, but I wasn't really listening to him. I was trying to buy cute things for the house. I was trying to do other things. This man was talking about saving money in our 20s. I was like, sir, I don't know nothing about that now, and I really don't even want to know you. And so I didn't take advantage of it as a young woman. I had to come into it on my own. So I am saying all of that to say it does not matter where you start. It does not matter when you start. I did not start in my 20s. Nope, I started investing late, but it is never too late. As long as you are breathing, you are in the game. And so I always push for folks to join our community, our financial literacy learning community. You see it scrolling across the bottom. But if you can't join us every other Wednesday, the second and fourth Wednesday, find somebody, find some way, start small, get into investing. And that could be investing in the stock market, investing in real estate. And if you don't want to fool with like tangible real estate or you have to care for it, look into a REIT, a real estate investment trust. You still have your foot in the real estate market, but you don't actually own those properties. Look into commodities like gold. Y'all, gold is never going to go out of style. You can invest in actual gold, buy actual gold, or you could get a gold ETF. But you want to have a diversified kind of investment portfolio. I got a little crypto. Somebody asked me the other week, is crypto dead? I don't know. I don't have no crystal ball. I'm out here with y'all. I'm trying to figure it out too. I don't know. I don't think it's dead. I just think crypto goes through what they call a crypto winter. Every, I want to say, is it every 4 years crypto doubles? Because I've watched mine double. I've watched mine go up 100%. And I've also watched it dip 60%. But because I'm not over leveraged in crypto, I have some. I don't worry about, I don't even look at it. I just look at it to see, what it's doing. So hold on, let me peep into the chat and get some of these questions. Okay, it says, do you mean trading when you say active? I have a Vanguard account. Okay, well, investing and trading are two different things, two very different things. And I think everyone, if you have a Vanguard account, that's an investment account, it's a brokerage account that you probably can trade out of. And so I want to be very clear. I've said it 1,000 times. I think every Black woman for sure should be an investor, meaning you should have a brokerage account somewhere open, if not one or two. You should have some long-term investments that you are not jumping in and out of. I mean, when I say long-term, I'm talking 5 years, 10 years, and beyond. That's an investment. And so you want solid companies, or you want proven ETFs with a track record, or I don't necessarily do mutual funds because mutual funds have higher expense ratios generally. And so that's not something not a part of my portfolio, but that's investing. Those are long-term holds. You pick great companies and you do that by understanding fundamental analysis. You got to be able to research a company. Don't just buy something because somebody said. That's the quickest way to lose your money. If you don't know how to read an income statement, a balance sheet, or a cash flow statement, then honey child, you better get over here with us, because that's what we talk about: how to read an income statement. How do you know if a company is profitable? Not just because the news told you so. Hell, at one point Enron was profitable. You see what happened to them. You better be able to read a cash flow statement. You better be able to read those things if you want to buy individual companies. There's a place for that in your portfolio. And we're talking about long-term holds. That's investing. Now, trading is also a part of my investment strategy. I have tried multiple things in trading. When I first started trading, and trading is a short-term hold. Trading, you hear people day trading. That means they're in and out of that trade. They open a position, they close it in a day. You hear about swing trading. That's where people hold those positions overnight. You can hold that for, days, weeks, months, but the intention is not to hold that for 5 years, 6 years, 20 years. That's investing. Trading is short-term investing in, and the intent is to generate income. That means you want to have some capital appreciation. If you went into a trade and it cost you $200 to get into the trade, your intention is to wrap up that trade with at least, I like a 2-to-1 risk ratio. If I'm gonna risk $1, I'm risking $1 to make two. I'm not risking $1 to make $1 now. That's not good risk management. Generally, my risk to reward ratio is 1-to-2 or 1-to-3. If I'm buying calls or buying puts, those naked calls, naked puts, which I don't do much anymore, honey. I have seen the light. Let me tell you what Mother is doing now to generate income via trading. Now, of course, my investments are long-term investments. There's some things that I don't touch. I don't even look. I look at them, but I'm not moving in and out of those positions. That's my investing part. But the trading part, honey, my friend Yvette, because they're master traders. See, I don't have the time, the energy, or the patience to be like daily trading in and out. So now She introduced me to the wheel strategy. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to help the people with their problems. If you trying to get outside, if you trying to tell your boss goodbye, like I told my boss goodbye, it felt so good to walk out that office, y'all. Because I was like, baby, I don't care what you say, I won't be here. It felt so good to be free. It felt so good. Mm, 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 mm. Every time I go to the airport and get on a plane, it feels so good to be free. If you're trying to get free, you're going to need money. And so learning this wheel strategy is another part of my investment. So my investments are made up of two things: long-term investments, those are my long holds, and then the trading portion. And so I started out buying calls and puts. You can make the money, but it's risky. It's like, y'all ever seen that video game Sonic the Hedgehog where they trying to, or Frogger, it's Frogger, where they trying to get across the street and you could get smacked. That's what buying calls and puts is like. You're trying to run out into traffic, snatch some coins out of traffic, and get back to the sidewalk without getting, smacked down. To me, that's what buying calls and puts is like. You can make a whole bunch of money if you can make it back to the curb safe. You can make money, but it requires a skill set that if you're not willing to sit down and learn and study and practice and back test and do all that stuff, I would say here's an easier strategy. Sell covered calls. Buy sell cash secured puts. If you don't know what that stuff is, child, come on to class. Come on to study with us. But I'll give it to you in a nutshell. Covered calls. These help me generate monthly income. So y'all are here to figure out, okay, so here's the second income source, the investments. We talked about long-term investments, my trading. I sell covered calls. And so a covered call is simply where you already own the stock. So many of you all already own stocks, right? If you own 100 shares of a stock, you can, in essence, rent those stocks out. And people pay you what is called a premium. And you get to keep the premium no matter what. And I usually do one or two a month, which means I am generating this income off of stocks that I already own once or twice a month, minimally once a month. But sometimes I'll close out a deal sooner, I'll close it out. And then I just sell another covered call. So I'm generating this income on stocks that I already own. That's an oversimplification. But in a nutshell, that's what it is. The other side to this wheel strategy is if you are interested in buying stocks, like you want to acquire, like I do a lot with SoFi, because SoFi is easy, it's easy on your pockets. It's just an easy stock, I think, to study and get to learn and to work with. And so if you're interested in buying SoFi, rather than just go out and buy it, you can sell a cash secure put. And basically what you're saying is, I agree to buy your stock when it gets to a particular price. So you can name the price that you want to acquire SoFi at. So if it was me right now, SoFi, last time I looked, it was up near $19. I would probably sell a cash secure put for maybe $15. Because if SoFi gets back down to $15, that's an attractive price to buy it at. $14, $15, any of those would be an attractive price. But while you're waiting for the stock to get down to that price, people pay you a premium. They pay you a premium to wait for the stock to drop to that price. Now, if the stock never drops to that price, then of course you don't buy it. You won't have an opportunity to buy it at the $15 if it never drops that way, but you get to keep the premium. They will pay you to wait to buy that stock. I can get into all the nuances and the details of why that works, because if you're selling that, there's somebody on the other side that's buying it. And so to understand fully why that works and how it works, you really need to understand the other half of the other side of the deal too. But I just gave you two strategies, two trading strategies that generate monthly income, and they are way less stressful than buying calls and puts. That's it. Okay. So we talked about two sources of income so far. We talked about My pension, of course. And then I'm gonna say we talked about a 2.5. Well, I'll throw that in with the investing. If you're selling a house, you know, what to do with the proceeds from the house. We'll throw that in with the investing part then. I certainly would have bought cash another investment property, not something that I intend to live in, but it could have been Airbnb. It could have been, I could have done traveling nurses, anything. And then I would have always had a place to come to in the case that I wanted to come back to the US. I didn't do those things. So I'm telling y'all, don't be like me, do better than me. Have an investment plan if you come into a lump sum of cash. Do not just sit and then later try to figure out the plan. Have a plan ahead of time, what to do with that money. If you want to invest, have a diversified portfolio. It's not just stocks, it's not just bonds. You should have some commodities, you could have some crypto, you could have real estate, you could even include options as a part of your investing, trading, a way to generate more income. Because I'm telling y'all, you've heard this, if you're still working, you are not going to be able to work your way to wealth. I don't know what kind of job that is. I worked for 30 years. My job did not make me wealthy. It did not. It made me tired. It made me a little cynical, but it didn't make me wealthy. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to invest. And I'm trying to give y'all the things that ain't going to drive you crazy and cause you wrinkles. And one of those is letting your money work for you while you sleep. It is the truth. I would not be on here. First of all, you can't really be out here lying on the internet anyway. Ask Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. You can't be out here lying on the internet because somebody is gonna find you out. They're gonna call you out. So hey, it's no, I wouldn't be on here telling you a lie. You have got to do something other than work. And so for me, investing, because once you get good at it, once you study it and get good at it, if you need a community, please come join us. All we want to do is help. That's all. Okay. So let me get to the chat. So we talked about two forms of income that sustain my life abroad and fund my fabulous travels and all them tickets and all them lounges. We talked about my pension, which is a base, and everybody doesn't have access to a pension, but most people have access to a 401k or some kind of employer sponsored program. Please do not miss that opportunity. Then we talked about investing in trading side by side. You don't have to be one or the other. Ideally, you would be both an investor and a trader. That would be my hope. But if you can't do both, please be an investor. Every Black woman should be an investor. Okay. Marilyn says, I have many relatives, friends, retired teachers, nurses across the country. Yeah, we out here. I have invested a little. Girl, Shauna, we need to get you to invest in a lot. We need to get you there. Let's see. I'm just looking. Hey, Venus. Hey, sister. Okay, who is Shauna says, we're gonna fix that. We're definitely gonna fix that. And this is a quick fix. I think an easy thing is to start following a couple. I have some favorite YouTubers. I think Chris Sane does a great job of he keeps it simple. He calls out price levels. He tells you when to get in. I'm telling you, just follow him. There's another one. This guy is called Bowtie Nation, Joseph Hogue, Hogue. He's good. And then Professor G, Investing Simplified. Those are three folks. If you don't do nothing, listen to a podcast, listen to somebody, and act on one thing. Just act on one thing. Just one. Just do one thing. You can't do it all at once. Add one thing. Okay, let's see. See how folks do. You showed her better than you could tell. Oh, girl, yeah, honey. When I walked out that job, you want to talk about feeling good. Oh, my lambs. That's the best feeling. Y'all, everybody has had that. Everybody has walked away from something that didn't serve them. You know it feels good. You know it feels good. Okay. Nichelle says, I'm on Robinhood, Schwab, and Interactive Broker has been too confusing for me. On Robin, okay. Interactive Broker, I'm not familiar with. I don't use it, but Schwab does not have to be confusing. We can help you decode and demystify Schwab. I hope that one isn't causing you problems. And I will say this, I used to say stay away from Robinhood, but Robinhood has, they're improving their platform. So now I'm not like, don't even look over there. They're improving. The only problem I have with Robinhood is I know this for a fact because I started there. They gamify or maybe somewhat oversimplify investing, and it gives you this false sense of, oh, I got it. There's so, I'm always going to say get educated, get educated, get educated. Mm-hmm. Oh, Maryla, see, Maryland be on top of things. Join the study session, seriously. And I'm not saying that, y'all. When I tell y'all it's priced so reasonably, it's less than $1 a day to join. Yep. Or is it $2? About $2. It's about $2 a day, if that. I don't know. It's somewhere between $1 or $2. Sisters, I've had a heck of a time getting in. I'm not sure what you mean, Cheryl. Oh, okay. So Carissa says, I don't think it would die. I think it's evolving. I think she's referring to cryptocurrency. Listen, I just want to be there just in case. Have y'all ever heard the saying? Well, my pastor used to say this all the time. It's better to be in church than be out, just in case. Just in case. So I hold a little cryptocurrency just in case. If it flops, if it dies, I ain't gonna lose no sleep because I ain't put that much money over there. But if it takes off and that's another trip. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's another ticket. Girl, that's 6 more months out in the wild or whatever it is. Raven says, is that every 2 week group meeting at no charge, or is it a one-on-one consultation? The two, the study group meets every 2 weeks. And I can just tell y'all that it's a 6 month commitment, but you do it, is your time, is your learning, but it's a 6 month span. So it's a 12 classes. It's $299, period. Point blank, you pay that one time. And if you get in now, I'm telling y'all, you should do it because in January, I have got to do this. I have said this 100 times. I have to change the format. One, it's just not this, it's not sustainable for me. And we'll get into it when I start talking about the business. I have to change this to either a cohort where it's a 6 month with a beginning and an end time, or I have to start charging monthly. Because the way it's set up now, if you get in now, you'll get grandfathered in. You better do it. I'm just telling, I would not lie to y'all. If you're going to do it, this is the time to do it. Because in January, I have got to change the format. Because once you got into the community in the past, you're just in there. And so some people have been a part of the community for forever. That means you have access to all of the Google resources. I send out a recording of the session, even if you can't attend. We're in there twice a month talking about money. And I don't know one woman in there who hasn't done something to improve as an investor. I don't know one. All of us have done varying things. I know it has definitely changed and grown me as an investor because the ladies, I have to be accountable. When it's study session time, baby, I have to be on point. I gotta have them PowerPoints, I gotta have games, I have to have all the resources. And so it's been a joy, it's a passion project for me, but I cannot allow my passion project slash business to run me in the ground. And so in January, the pricing structure and the course structure will change. We'll still be giving out, beginning investor information and then trading information too, but I have got to change the pricing structure. So this is not, I'm just telling you, if you're going to get in, you better get in now because then everybody that's in will be grandfathered in. Oh, that's a shadow. Everybody will be grandfathered in. And then we'll talk about the changing pricing structure. Anyway, Mare Love says crypto follows a 4-year cycle. Yes, the rhythm is tied to Bitcoin halving, where the new supply of coin is cut in half every 4 years. Yes, Bitcoin has a 4-year life. I've seen it. My Bitcoin doubled in price. I should have cashed out, but I'm a long-term holder. I'm like, well, if it'll double, I'm gonna wait around to see what it do the next time. So I didn't sell, but I could have. Okay. What about 1 to 10? Ha! Carissa Love says for risk tolerance or your risk to reward. What about 1 to 10? Girl, that's ambitious. I'm not putting no cap on what you can invest in and how much money you can make. I'm just gonna say that's a little ambitious. Generally, risk to reward, a good or a solid risk to reward is 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Most traders. Now, if you can get 1 to 4, 1 to 5, hey, you doing better than me. Carissa says, I do want to be free. Yes. And again, money can't buy happiness, but it can certainly open up the world of options to you. And I don't even mean options trading. I mean, it can open up a world of choices. That's freedom. Money can buy freedom. It can buy you time freedom, location freedom, all of those things. Look, it's so many women in the Exodus Summit community. If you're not familiar with Exodus Summit, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You need to get over there. Exodus Summit is having their, I want to say it's in October, their seventh, um, I call it homecoming, where we all get together. At any rate, check out Exodus Summit. Stephanie Perry, Rashida Dow, and I always throw in my friend Adelia Abortishe, because that for me is a dynamic duo. If you're looking to be financially free, all the good stuff, check them ladies out. Y'all know I'll be struggling. Yep, telling the boss adios was the best thing ever. Are ads popping up during the live? Okay, I have to check the setting because I think I can control that setting. I think I can. I'll look into it and see. I'm so glad you mentioned that. I'll look to see. Hey, Sexy L. I love the way you explain covered calls. Definitely helps to understand it better. Yes. And I am telling you, save yourself. If you're still working, if you're new to trading, if you just don't want to be sitting in front of a chart, if you don't, I don't want to do all of that stuff. My friends, they are real investors. Yvette, C Tim, them people, them real traders. Baby, they real traders. Brenda, that Sandra, them women, they real traders. They in there on them charts. They studying the charts. They talking about the opening range breakout. Girl, I ain't got time. I tried but it requires more brain and bandwidth than I really want. I just want the income. I'm not trying to score a 5,000 or $1,000. You know, I'm not. I'm happy with the money that those covered calls can generate. And somebody asked me the other day, can you generate $400 a month in covered calls? You certainly can, depending on how many shares you have. So let me give you a very realistic, since we're talking about covered calls, let me give you something very realistic, and y'all can do with this what you want. I am not a financial advisor, number one, because y'all not going to have the government over here on my tail. Cassandra said, Sandra is just telling you what she does. I'm just telling you how it's been working for me. Let's just use SoFi, because SoFi is so easy. SoFi trades somewhere between $15 and $20. Let's just say you catch it at $15, right? You catch it at $15 a share. That's a good price to get in at SoFi. 14 is even better. And let's say you bought it already. So to buy 100 shares would cost you $1,500, right? You could sell one covered call because you own 100 shares. You have to have 100 shares to sell a covered call. That's just $1,500. Let's say you got $3,000. Now you could buy 200 shares of SoFi. You could sell two covered calls. That's 3 grand. Let's say you got $4,500. You got a cool 5 grand. You could buy, if you catch it at the right price, 300 shares of SoFi. That will allow you to sell 3 covered calls. These are real premiums that I have gotten. And you're not going to make $1 million selling covered calls. I mean, big hedge funds, they do, because they've got, millions and millions of shares. I'm just talking about me and you. You sell 3 covered calls. I have gotten premiums anywhere generally between $50 and $75 per covered call. So let's say you caught it when it was just right, and you are getting a premium of $75 for each one of those covered calls, each one of those contracts. What's 75 and 75? 150. So that's $220, $225. You could actually generate $220. You ain't did nothing. You sold a covered call. You like, okay, I'm gonna lend you my 100 shares for 30 days, 45 days, or whatever it is. I collect the premium. We'll talk about strike price, because there's a little bit more to it. I'm telling you, I'm oversimplifying. But you could potentially generate the 225. When that contract is done, or if you decide to leave that contract early, close it out early, you could sell another one. You could generate another, anywhere from 150 to 225. Yes, those are real numbers. I'm serious. That's not no pie in the sky. You could for sure generate $50 or $75 on selling one cover call. And rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. So that's real. That's real money in real time. It can happen. I'm telling you, I could show you. You could look, if you have access to an options chain, you can look it up and see what the premium is going to be yourself. You ain't got to take my word for it. Please don't take my word for it. Always do your own due diligence when it comes to investing and trading. I am simply saying that selling covered calls is a way to generate monthly income, and you don't have to be stressed and hanging out over a chart all day. Okay. And are we still freezing? Carissa says, I need more income. Girl, we all do. Okay, I'm scrolling down, y'all, to see. Hey, Sabangale. Oh, I'm so far behind. I'm like 15 minutes behind in the chat. I hate to do ads too. Amina, y'all, I'll figure out how to get rid of I don't know if I can get rid of the commercials. I don't know if I can get rid of them, but I think, don't you have some control over like how aggressive they are? I'll look into it. What was the YouTuber with Chris in the name? Chris Sain, Sain, Chris Sain. And he is an investor trader, much like myself. I mean, child, well, on a way larger scale. However, he is an investor trader. That's what I mean, much like myself. I'm an investor trader. I'm joining in the fall when I have some downtime to commit. Yay. Amina, we would love to have you. Okay, what about Fidelity? Fidelity, I have nothing bad to say about Fidelity. I also have Fidelity as well. I have them all. I have Robinhood, Schwab, Fidelity, Webull. Those are the 4 platforms that I use. And I don't have any problem keeping up. I know where my money is. Somebody says, can you name the YouTube investors again? Yes. Chris Sain, Professor G, Investing Simplified. And this guy, his channel, I think it's called Bowtie Nation, Joseph Hogue, Hogue. He's good. He's really good. He's quirky, but if you like information that you can digest easily, he is not a trader. He's an investor. So I've given you one investor. Professor G, Investing Simplified, he's an investor. Chris Sain is probably the only one of those 3 who is an investor and a trader. He's probably, well, yeah, he's actually both. He's both of those. Okay. Sandra provides so much value in those sessions. Hey, thank you, Mimi. I highly recommend joining, as you may well go ahead and get grandfathered in. Yeah, you better, because I tell you, I gotta switch that thing up. I've learned so much from Miss Sandra. Oh, she takes the mystery out of investing. These are my people. Here's a question. It says, are you going to attend Exodus Summit this year? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But y'all know I buy a ticket every year. But because I'm overseas, it's flipped for me. So some of those sessions are like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So you may not see me actively in the chat. I just got my laptop in the bed. Sometimes I'm watching the session, girl. Sometimes the session is watching me. Period. I'm not going to even front. I'm not going to even play no games about it. I buy my ticket every year. I think I've only missed 1 year because I don't remember where I was. But I buy my ticket every year. And then the doggone thing watch me. But I'm there supporting my sister because most of the time I know some of the presenters. And so I'm in the chat trying to support my sisters. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I believe YouTube started putting ads on live videos within the last couple months. They are forever switching things up. I don't know what the heck is going on. Sometimes you should just leave a good thing alone. Thank you, Zaza. October 9th through the 12th is Exodus Summit. It is a beautiful community of Black women who are loving, supportive, and they don't gatekeep information. If you're looking to take a sabbatical, if you want to live abroad, if you want to pop around, if you just want to chuck the deuces to your boss and you need some ideas on how to get from there to from point A to point B, please consider joining the community. There's a Exodus Summit community on Heartbeat. They moved off of Facebook, and Stephanie Perry, Rashida Dow, and I can never leave off Adelia Abortishay. Those three women are changing lives. Period. Period. Okay, there's Chris Sane, in case y'all need to know how to spell it. Um, I don't know what to do about them ads. Does anyone know? Oh, does anybody know the theme of Exodus Summit this year? Isn't it? I think the theme is all the different places you can go. I know that that's going to be one segment of it. They're going to have people come in and talk about countries, that some of them that we have considered and countries we haven't considered. So, all the regulars: Mexico, Portugal, Panama. They'll have people speaking about those destinations. I think I might have heard somebody say something about France. I don't know. But I'm hoping that they include some places in Southeast Asia, y'all, because Southeast Asia is still a bargain. It's a bargain, bargain, bargain. So we'll see. I would love to understand the technical side, graphs with candles, but I would not despise smaller beginnings. Sister, don't be intimidated by a chart. There's no need. I promise you, taught everything from 3-year-olds up to not quite middle school, because I went fool with them older kids. I could teach this to a kindergartner. I swear to goodness. Looking at a chart, I heard a woman say this, and I know it's true. Men intentionally made it seem more difficult than it was. Men did that because it's not. It's only that a candlestick can tell you 5 things: where the price opened for the day, where it closed, the highest it got, the lowest it got, whether it was an up day or a down day. That's all. That's all. It don't tell you nothing else. I swear to goodness, I can show it to you in 30 minutes. You would be like, that's what's been confusing me? There's no need for you to be confused on reading a candlestick chart of any kind. I promise you, we could break that down for you. Okay. So Marilyn gave us the information, Exodus Summit. Is it more Move Abroad? Oh, no, it's Move Abroad. Yeah, I thought not Move Abroad money. Okay. Okay. I'm getting to the third one. Okay. So the third one is my business. Okay. The third one. I'm sorry, Kaden. I know some people got to go. Who is that? Karen D. I'm sorry. Okay. So the third one is the business. It's the actual business. Okay. And so recap: one is pension, two, investments and trading, three is, I think I mentioned it at the top of the hour. It is the business that I run. I run an online financial literacy learning community. Go figure. The teacher is still teaching. That's it. That's it. That's my business. And it has evolved over the last 3 to 4 years. It has taken me some time, but I did it. And if I can do it, that's all I came here to say. This is all I came here to say. If I can do this, you can do it. Whether you got a 401k or a pension, whether you are investing or you haven't started, it's not too late. Get started. You could start a business. You could work hard for somebody else or you could work hard for yourself. I'm the best boss I ever had. I'm the best boss I ever had. Because when I'm tired, I lay down. When I have structured my business in a way that it doesn't tax me. When I first started out, everybody knows, y'all probably, some of y'all been here. I was meeting every week, every Wednesday. We were doing financial literacy. Too much. When I figured out, I said, this is too much, trying to prep for a study session every week. I just went to the community and said, I can't keep this up. We switching to twice a month. Nobody said a syllable. The women was like, okay, half of them were probably feeling it anyway. So having the flexibility to make the schedule that suits me, not only was I able to do that with my business, you all, I take a break. I take a break. I tell the ladies in the community ahead of time, if somebody wants to present a topic, feel free. If y'all don't want to present a topic, don't. But I'm going to need a month. I'm going to need 2 sessions off. I'm going to need whatever it is off. They know me. They know I'm coming back. They know I'm going to show up. They know I'm going to bring the value. I would never leave anybody in a lurch. You're going to get your money's worth. I'm going to try to over deliver, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to try to give you more than what you pay for, because that's, I just think that's good business. You don't have to do a lot of shouting. Y'all don't see me bouncing around from channel to channel trying to sell this thing. When we over here, I talk about it because Marilyn be on my tail. I talk about it. But the truth is, you know, hey, you can't make nobody want to learn. But I took the skills that I had. I did what God gave me. I've been a teacher since I was 5 years old. The first thing, when I first learned to read at 5, my grandmother was a pastor. The first thing, when she saw I could string sentences together, my grandmother gave me this little card. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Y'all ain't been to Baptist church, but they used to have a little card for Sunday school. And on the front, it was a picture with a verse at the bottom. And on the back, might have been 5 or 6 sentences that explained the verse. By the time I was 5, definitely 6, I could read the card. My grandmother sent me over there. She was like, now you go over there and teach these other little kids. I'm like, girl, I just learned to read myself. I just learned to read. But as soon as I learned to read, she had me in front of other kids doing that. So I've been that. So it made perfect sense when I figured out the mistakes that I made when I sold my house and I didn't have a plan. I didn't have an investment plan. I learned when I took my first trading class and I learned the difference between selling and buying options. I learned. And so what is a good teacher going to do? She's going to turn right around and say, y'all, wait a minute. Let me tell you what I learned. And so my business was a natural outgrowth. But now I do lesson plans with joy. I enjoy creating the session. I enjoy creating a new tool and putting together a color-coded PowerPoint. I enjoy doing that because it's something I'm passionate about. I know that Black women will benefit from it. I know I benefited from it. So why wouldn't I turn right around and share that with you? But there is a cost to me, because of course I have to pay for subscriptions. I have to pay for all, Zoom ain't free. Well, you can get free, but you can't get no 2 hours of Zoom free. Zoom is not free. Kit, all the things that it takes to run the business, I have to pay for those. So of course, I ain't in business just, If that's the case, y'all would be getting a session once every 6 months. If it was free, I wouldn't be I do a lot of free stuff. The free stuff is on YouTube. You can go back like this. Um, but for the most part, my business is a third income source. And let me tell you something, I swear I'm not lying. When my phone go ding ling 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 and it ring and I look over there and Strike be like, yes, we deposited that money into your account. What? What? That's like getting dividends. It's nothing like doing something you love and getting paid to do it. I get paid to talk to Black women that I love about a topic that I love. I prepare a lesson on something that I love. I love doing that. And I get paid to do it. And when that phone ring, child, y'all should see me. I be beaming. I be straight up beaming. So what I am saying to you is if somebody is paying you six figures to do a job, you got something. You could do it for yourself. Why work hard? Had I known this, had I not been gripped by fear like most of us were, I had two kids, I had a house, a car, I had all these obligations and debts. There was no way you could have told me that, Sandra, you do not have to go into them people's toxic A job and deal with these toxic A adults. You could start a business. I would have never done it because I would have been too afraid that I would have to rely on myself. Now let me bridge this gap. Did you hear me say it took me 3 years to work it out? It took me 3 years to work out the kinks. Another thing though, because I am retired, I'm not going full speed. When you see Stephanie and Rashida and Rachel Rogers, these are great businesswomen, but that's what they do. They do that for their livelihood. That's what they do. They are full-time business people. I'm not a full-time business person like that because I'm retired. Mary Love got me straight. The second year of retirement, my sister tapped me on my shoulder. She said, go sit down. I said, what? It took me 2 years to unwind in retirement. She told me, go sit down, take a nap, take a break. Marilyn, because Marilyn's been retired for a long time. That's my girl. Get somebody in your corner who's gonna help you keep some balance. Okay. I'm not trying to give y'all more work, but is there a private community where the members can discuss what we're doing outside of the bi-monthly meetings? There needs to be, Amina. And so listen, y'all, I'm telling you, y'all give me some time because in January, I've been saying that, Amina, I do need a private community. Yep. Where we can talk. Yep. 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 But I need, because I stepped away from YouTube and stayed away for so long, coming back, I'm relearning a lot of stuff. But yes, and I don't know where I would host that private community, but yes, we absolutely have to have a private community. And so another thing that I am learning in business is that there comes a time when in business, and I know this has to happen for all business owners, where you start small, but there comes a time where the business grows to a place where it's time to pivot. It's time to like hit the gas. It is time to hire help. And so look at Jesus. The business has finally grown to the place where now I am going to have somebody, a small staff. And I don't mean no staff, but I'm going to need some help with like back end management. I really need to have like an editor and get somebody on my social media and all of that stuff because I want to focus on the business part. I want to focus on the teaching part. That's my gift. My gift is teaching. I was a teacher for 30 years. It makes total sense to take my skills, take my power back and use it for good for me. And so it took me 3 years, one, to perfect the product to the place where, I feel comfortable charging a a fee that makes sense. It took time. Y'all know when we first started out, it was $59 because I was trying to figure it out. And I didn't feel I could not have at the beginning jumped out talking about pay me $300 when I was figuring it out. I feel like that was a beta, and those women that joined the community then, Marilyn has been with me from the day one when I had two computers facing each other because I didn't know how to do a Zoom. I didn't know how to share my trading screen. I knew how to do a Zoom, but I didn't know how to share my trading screen. You can't charge nobody $400 for that. So we started out with $59 for a consultation. Then we moved, to a second price tier and a third price tier. And so finally, I have created a package that I feel very confident. It's like, oh my God, I have perfected this rhythm. I can get it done in 6 months. So I need to do cohorts where that have a beginning date and an end date. I can branch off and do an advanced class or a very beginning class. And so, yes, a part of that, Amina, a part of that evolution of this business means that it's time for us to ramp up social media presence. It's time to ramp up, we need a private community. That wasn't a thing in the beginning. That wasn't a thing in the beginning. Yes, Sandra, you are sitting down. You are sitting down in this decade of life. I sure am. And Marilyn makes sure, honey, that I sit my tail down because if she see me doing too much, my sister don't have no shame. She will call me in a New York minute and be like, "Yeah, go take a nap." Like when that day when I was in the pool, y'all, my eyes were so puffy. I had not slept. Plus that the chemicals in that pool bother my eyes. Marilyn got on the phone. She's like, "Girl, go take a nap. Go lay down." Sandra, I hate to break it to you, friend, but you work. You're a retired teacher, but you work. But here's the difference, Nichelle. Ain't nobody bothering me at my job. Can't nobody tell me when to prep my lesson plan. Don't nobody tell me when to send out my emails. Nobody tells me that I can or cannot cancel or reschedule a session. I clear my calendar whenever I get ready to. If ain't no appointments when you looking at, girl, it just ain't no appointments. Wanna know why? Because I ain't available. If I'm ready, if I have to travel, I pick up my bags and I pack my bags. The business does not impede that in any way because I can do a study session from anywhere in the world. I don't have no toxic boss, spying on me. Y'all, I went through some crazy stuff. I had a boss that was so crazy, honey. She told the teachers we couldn't talk in the hallways to each other. She was so scared. She was so scared. I pray to Jesus. I hope she can. I'm sure she probably do because she used to try to follow me on social media. What kind of craziness is that? You are a toxic boss. Why are you over here following me on social media? Whatever. Looky loos. Anyway, no, Nichelle, you're right. I'm working, but it's joyful work. It's a passion project for me. So everybody here does something. God gave all of us a talent. You might be a musician. Teach music. You could do gigs. That's your money. Nobody can tell you when to do that. If you bake the best doggone chocolate chip cookies, baby, it's somebody who wants your chocolate chip cookies. Bake them, sell them, ship them. Do a video on how to make your delicious chocolate chip cookies. Do an ebook. Y'all, I got a class that I do. I don't do it often, but I do. It's called Launch Your Legacy. I tell everything. You know what I said. If a woman will tell you her age and how much she weigh, I'm 61, I weigh 148 pounds. If she'll tell you all of that, she'll tell you anything. I'll tell you everything about how I did it because it's no secret. But I have to have a cohort of people to do that Launch Your Legacy because it don't make sense to do it for one. Launch Your Legacy is $99. It's 2 hours. I tell you everything, every program I use, how I got my LLC set up, who helped me set it up, how I do emails, how I take payments, how I market, all of it. I give it to you, $99. So we did a cohort. I want to say we did one last year, and those I cannot tell you. One of the ladies wrote a book. My line sister, this is the truth. You could check it out. I wish I had her link. My line sister created a, I don't know, it's like a luxury basket. And just all kinds of things. Those women started actual businesses. Everybody has a gift. Everybody got a gift. And so if you can take that gift and repackage it and sell it for yourself, I swear to you, I didn't look like this when I was in the classroom. Oh my gosh, my brow was always furrowed. Ugh. Oh my God. I told y'all I used to sit outside. I used to cry at a certain point. I would get within like a half a mile of the school and start crying, just crying, just, just crying. I thought it was menopause. Part of it might have been that it was not. It was the dread of going into a toxic building every day with toxic people, trying to serve children. I love the kids, but that toxic foolishness, please stop doing it. Stop doing it. If those people will pay you six figures for what you do, I swear to goodness, there is a system, there's a mechanism that you can put in place to repackage your skills. I had to learn the hard way. Although I would say this, I took Stephanie Perry's Get Your Next Three Clients. Game changer, game changer. Marissa Price, I don't know if she does VA work anymore. I hired a VA. She did my back end, got everything together. There are resources. You don't have to do it by yourself. Please don't do it by yourself. Don't do it by yourself. Find somebody. Take Stephanie's. I don't know when she offers Get Your Next Three Clients. Game changer. Game changer. 1 week, worth every penny. If you don't want to do that, you want to get and launch your legacy, let me know. I'll do it. I'll do it. But I'm not just out here trying to do more work. Okay, so let me see. Let me get back to the comments. I need some guidance. So I need to come to class. Girl, get in there. I promise you, whether you want to do the investing or you want to pivot and start your own business, those are both, everybody can do those. Everybody can't do a pension. I was lucky. I don't even know people still got pensions, but you do have access if you're still working to a 401k or employer sponsored program. Get into it. That's a real source of income. You're going to need that. That'll probably be your bread and butter. But if you want real location freedom, time freedom, options, you just want to create a life that you for real love. Like, I can't be on here just selling y'all no sunshine. I couldn't even talk to you about launching a business and having a business as income if I hadn't done it myself. I'm not that girl. I could never just talk to you about something I didn't do. I did it. Y'all watched me do it. Half of y'all was in there when it was $59 and we were in there struggling trying to figure out how to make it work. You all were there with me when it was just all we had was Google Classroom. Y'all were with me as this thing evolved. And so over the course of 3 years, I think I'm going to circle back to that point is I understand the fear, but if you're still working, start working on your dream job, which is not even a job, it's your career. It's whatever you want to do with your skills to generate income. Start work. If you're still at work, work on it on the weekend. Put things into place. Start developing your newsletter. Start looking at, you don't need a logo and all that stuff, but I had a ball trying to design my letterhead and all of that stuff. I got to create it. I created my own website. Marilyn, drop the link. It's from lacktolegacy.com. I created that myself. I swear to God, I did not pay nobody. It's still a work in progress, but I learned it. And what does a teacher do when she learns something? She turn around and teach it to somebody else. Me and Cheryl have been working on all of her back end interfaces. Like, look, I love to share. If y'all want to do a launch or legacy, I could tell you how I did my website. I have a subscription to Square. Is it Squarespace? Me and AI sat down when I was at home in Chicago in the dead of winter in my daughter's guest room. I locked myself in that room, y'all, for 6 weeks. Now, it won't take you 6 weeks because you don't have to learn it like I learned it. I've never created a website in my life. I had never even created a landing page. But me and Claude, and I used Gemini. I didn't use Perplexity that much. Claude can write code. My website, I coded it, every section. every page of it. I should pull it up so y'all could see. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to pull it up. And I need some feedback on it anyway. Let me see if I can pull it up so you can see it. I'm so proud of it because this is a skill I did not have. I did not, I'm not a coder, but I was determined to figure it out. And when I tell you it's not perfect, she glitchy, but I did it. And I can go back at my leisure because it's my passion project. I can go back and tidy it up. That's what I'm doing. Finally, back to my newsletter, my podcast. Yes. And when you get it together and you're ready for the world to see it, come right here so we can debut it. Because at the end of every live stream, we try to highlight creators. So as soon as you do, get it. I want to take Launch Your Legacy. Amina, say less. I know Cheryl wanted to do it. So if we can get a cohort, if we can get 5 people to do Launch Your Legacy, we in there. We in there. I want to take your Launch to Legacy. Please let me know. We'll talk about it. And when I tell you in 2 hours, if you come with an idea, here's one thing I know that we can do in 2 hours. This is not a joke. This we can do. If you have a digital product, now I can't help you if you trying to launch a cookie business, because that's a tangible, like if you want to set up a boutique, that's not it. But if you have a digital product, or if you have a class or a course and you need the backdrop, like how do I set up my website? How do I get, how do I get my email list up? How do I take payments? How do I schedule? How do I set up an LLC? All of that stuff. I can tell you what it is. It takes 2 hours. And if you bring an idea, if you have a flushed out idea already, whether it's your ebook, you got it in a PDF, child, you could be up and selling. You could be up and selling. Get your next 3 clients. It's only available in Exodus ASAP now. Y'all missed it. So y'all got to go over there and sign up for Exodus ASAP. It's inside of Exodus ASAP. Get your next 3 clients. Changed my life. So on the business end, which is the third source of income, you're going to have to do a little investing. I had to pay for that class, worth every penny. If you're going to do Launch Your Legacy, it's $99. Trust me, your dream and your vision is worth $99. You're going to get your money's worth. I'll tell you every website, every link. I'll send it to you. You can explore that stuff. I'm just telling you, we're here for you. Oh, can you see it? Oh, let me pull it in. Let me pull it in. Let me show it so everybody can see it. Okay. Let me see if I can pull it in. Okay. So, can y'all see it? Because I can't see y'all now. Okay, hold tight. Can you see it? I am so proud of this little website. Y'all, I did it all by myself. Yep. Every picture, every piece of text, the links all work, girl. You could book a session. If you hit this button, it'll really take you to my Calendly. For real, for real. Yes. And it's true. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not bad with money. You just haven't had the right teacher show up until now. And these are real people that I worked with. I think I got Mimi, some of the ladies that are in the chat, I've used their quotes. Yep, you can book a session. These are all the things that we offer. Our financial Kickstarter is $99. That's a 30-minute consultation. If you hit the button, girl, it'll really take you to the booking page. I set that up myself. Our biweekly study sessions. Yep. We have an all access pass. There are actually 5 different offerings that I have. If you hit that button, it'll take you to that. You have access to some videos on YouTube. We have a free wealth builder toolkit. If you don't have the wealth builder toolkit, go over to my website from lacktolegacy.com and get the free wealth builder toolkit. Yep. You can book a session, blah, blah, blah. But here's my favorite page. This page. Tell me if y'all can see this. Okay, let me get back over here. Can you see it? Can y'all see it? This is my favorite page because it's called the returns, like the returns you get from an investment. And it says, I'm reclaiming my time. I love Maxine Waters because she's the truth. But I get a chance to share with you for real in real time. I really did start in Mexico. This was in Akmal. From there, I did go on to Bali. I lived in Bali. I stayed there for like 3 months the first time. And then I go back periodically. And so I take you along the journey. From there, I went to Thailand. I had a ball in Thailand. I learned a lot. This is where I started from lack to legacy for real, like the second iteration. The first iteration was in Mexico. That was our little $59 offering. Then by the time I got to Thailand, the business was developing more. It was $199. Yeah, this is where Marissa helped me get everything set up. From there, I went to Japan. And so I really, get a chance to show you that this is not pie in the sky. I really did go to South Korea, and all of this was not paid for with just my pension. It was all those three income sources together. It was my pension, it's my investments, it's the money from trading, it's the money from my business. I can take calls anywhere. That my phone can ring anywhere and somebody just signed up for a class. It's a good life. I love Vietnam. Still get to go back to Vietnam. I'm so close. I'm going back in a few weeks. I went to Cambodia, loved it. It's different, but I loved it. Spain is where I first started. And I don't even have all the countries I've been to on here. Let's see, Panama. We just went to Panama. I haven't done Colombia. This in Singapore was beautiful. Had a great time in Singapore. And so, yeah, I did this. So if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I have no coding skills at all. I sat I swear to you, I'll share any of it with you. Let me get this out of here because this thing is saying, girl, it's time to go. Yes. Yep. Oh, did you see a bump in your YouTube subscribers? Well, girl, well, let's do it again. Y'all. Okay. Sandra put your website in the link because it is in the description box. Oh, okay. Hold tight. Let me go back to it and then I'll drop it in the it's easy though. It's from lacktolegacy.com. I mean, you can't miss it. I'm for Lack to Legacy across all platforms, from Lack to Legacy, any platform. You'll find me. Let's see. Oh, Francis, thank you. Thank you. Okay, now listen. Okay, thank you for highlighting me last week. I saw a bump in my YouTube subscribers. That's what we do. Listen, Stephanie Perry and the ladies over there, they showed us the way. They showed us the way. The network be networking. So if anybody is in here now, Amina has a YouTube channel. Please, if you have not subscribed, if you haven't commented under one of her videos, please go. Please go. We didn't did all we came over here to do. We've been here 90 minutes. Oh, we still didn't get to the products, but I'll get to it. If anybody, but I did at least do what I told the algorithm I was going to do. We talked about the three income sources and how they play a role and, why, what I would do differently. Recap. I have a pension. Everybody don't have a pension. I understand that. It's the bedrock. It is my source of income that is not affected by the stock market. It doesn't matter if my business is up and running. If I revamp the business, it's a totally independent income source. Thank God for Jesus. If you have access to employee sponsored program, please, 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 I implore you to pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. If you don't, you can always start a retirement, an IRA, a Roth IRA. You can do your own retirement account. If you don't know how to do it, please join us. We are not financial advisors. I am a financial literacy advocate. I believe in financial literacy. We don't do more and do better because we don't know. You can't do what you don't know. The second source of my income is trading and investing. I'm a long-term investor. It's not hard to get investing. It's not hard. You can start investing with less than $10. You can open up a brokerage account with $0. You can start investing with less than 10. You can buy fractional shares, ETFs, stocks. I don't fool with mutual funds, but they are available. You can do all of that. You can learn a simple trading strategy. We can teach you a simple trading strategy. Not only that, it's not just the teaching, it's the practicing, it's the holding you accountable. That's another one. And then the third source of income for me is my business. I have an online financial literacy learning community. It's a natural progression. I was a teacher for 30 years. I did not have to go take a class. I did not have to go do anything. All I said was, what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about learning how to manage money. Teach it, learn it, teach it, learn it, teach it. That's it. You have a skill. Please don't go out. I mean, you could, like, you might, maybe your life's dream was to be a welder. I don't know. Maybe your life's dream was to be a chef and you want to go take classes and become a chef. And then you want to, turn that into an income source. Maybe you want to be a private chef. Go for it. But the lowest hanging fruit is to do what you're good at. All of us have a gift, and whatever that is. If you're an artist, sell your art. My friend Tony is a gifted artist. She's in Da Nang. Tony Rogers. She is Rise Up and Bloom on Facebook and across all social media platforms. She has a YouTube channel. Please go to Rise Up and Bloom. That's Tony. She creates AI generative art. And when I tell you, beautiful art, and she's making money. She teaches a class and she sells her art. Something she loves to do, something she's passionate about doing. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so there's the website, gave you that. F from Lack to Legacy, it's not working again. Just go from lacktolegacy.com. That's what I usually do. I just go from lacktolegacy.com. Let me know if you're having any trouble getting in. Your website looks great. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yep, definitely pay yourself first, child, if nothing else. Okay. It says, so can we just click on anytime? Yes, 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 yes. That's exactly right. For the study sessions, it's not a one-on-one. Just click on anytime and it will automatically enroll you. And then you will receive a link to the study sessions and all the instructions on how to access the Google Classroom and all of that. So just pick any time, because that study session offering does not come with a one-on-one. You don't need to see me for that. You just sign up. Our next session is coming up this Wednesday. Let me check my calendar. Is Wednesday, let's say 24th. Is it the 26th at 8 p.m. Central Time? Yes, is this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Okay. I'm in, add me to the cohort. Oh, you got to tell me which one you want. Are you looking to join the financial literacy learning community, or are you wanting to join us when we do Launch Your Legacy? Because Launch Your Legacy is for those women who are ready. And you don't have to be fully ready, but you want to understand how to start an online business. I'm telling y'all, please take your skills, take what God gave you, take what your mama made, shake what your mama gave you and use it. I didn't do anything special. I took some trading classes. Well, I will say this. I did take an initial trading class. And when I took it, I was like, oh my God, these people over here making money and my sisters don't even know. This is real. I did do that. So, and of course, because you're talking about money and financial literacy and that stuff, of course, I'm a teacher. I'm a lifelong learner. So of course, on the side, I'm still taking classes. And as soon as I learn something, I bring it over to the community. It's like I take the class so you don't have to. I take the class, I bring it over to the financial literacy learning community so you don't have to. As soon as I learned about the wheel strategy, covered calls, and selling cash secure put, where do you think I took it to? Right to the community. Let's go out here and get this money. I don't have no control over your pension or your 401k, but I'm telling you, you have all the control when it comes to investing, trading, and creating a business that you love. Don't do something that you don't like. Please don't. Don't do that. You're not gonna want to do that. Oh, did you? Oh, yay. That's Tony. Okay. So do we have, and we're gonna wrap it up. Okay. Okay, wait. I'm gonna do the creators. Launch your legacy. Okay. I want launch your legacy. Okay. Good. So let me do this because let me screenshot this. I need you all to reach out to me via email me, and then we will come up with a time to do the Launch Your Legacy workshop. I'm all for it. Cheryl and I have been kind of doing something on the side together, but it would make more sense for me to do that with a group of people instead of just doing it one-on-one. So we can set a time to do Launch Your Legacy. So here's what I need you to do. If you're interested in Launch Your Legacy, please email me at invest at from lack to legacy. There you go. See, look at Marilyn. Marilyn. And if you give me yeah, let's just do it that way. Email me, and then I'll go ahead and we can set up a time that we can do Launch Your Legacy. I swear to you, in 2 hours, I can give it to you. And sometimes it may take a little longer. If y'all don't mind, if it takes 2.5 hours or whatever it is, because I really want to kind of walk you through from start to finish everything that I did, the order I did it, and how and I really wish I knew Avis's. I didn't even know we was going to talk about that. I wish I had Avis's link to her product that she created. It's gorgeous. Let's see. Will Launch to Legacy cover ebooks? Absolutely. It's perfect for an ebook. Because if you have an ebook, I can show you, like I use Kit. I can show you how to load it up, how to connect all the interfaces and stuff so that you can start selling. You could literally leave Launch Your Legacy if your ebook is already made, not if you're writing it. If you're writing it, it's not ready. If it's already a PDF ready to roll and you just been sitting on it, like, what do I do with this ebook? What next? This is perfect for you because all you need to do is bring a PDF. Bring it. I'll show you where to put it, all the things. And even if you don't do it there, you'll leave with the recording and you can go back and do it. What exactly is Launch Your Legacy? Launch Your Legacy is the roadmap from taking your idea, especially if it's a digital product, if you have a class, if you have an ebook. My friend, my soror, she had an actual product. She created a luxury basket. That wasn't what I had in mind when I created Launch Your Legacy, but the mechanism is the same. You've got to have a way to reach people. You probably should have an LLC. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a business, you're going to need a bank. You're going to need a business bank account. All of those things, all the things that we don't think about, I've already done it. And so I have a list of all the websites, all the things that I use, start to finish. You gotta send emails. You gotta schedule appointments. You gotta have, a way for people to bill people, to get paid. You gotta, a website don't hurt, a landing page, all of that stuff. So rather than trying to figure out every little piece of how to take your idea from idea to functioning business, money generating, income generating business, we work it out together. And what I loved about the way we did it last time, what about an Audible? Could you cover that? What do you mean by an Audible? I tell you this, is it an MP4? Is it something that you can upload? If it's something that you can upload, I have to think about that because I'm not sure what you mean by what about an Audible. You have to tell me more, Sabangale. But here's what you're going to need, regardless of what it is. Let me tell you this. Here's what you're going to need. I personally think if you're going to be in business, you might as well an audiobook. Yeah, if it's a file, if it's an uploadable file, I think we could do that. If it's an upload, as long as it's a file that you can upload, we'll figure it out. We can figure it out. But here's the things that's a tiny detail. Here's what you need. You need the business framework. That's what you need. You need the business framework. Who should you use? And I'm just giving y'all recommendations of who I use. So I'll give you one or two. You could use LegalZoom. You could use any of these people. You should set up an LLC. Seriously. You should set up an LLC. You should get a business bank account. Seriously, you really should. I mean, you don't want to be commingling funds. You can get a business bank account from anywhere. You need to have a way to communicate with people. You need an email server. There are several. You need it. You need to have a social media presence. There are programs that will cut up long form video. It will schedule your shorts and reels and push those things out. You need that, because how else are you people gonna know? You need a way to collect payments. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to get paid. You need all of these integrations. And so that's what Launch Your Legacy is. It's all of the integrations that I use day to day to make this thing run. If you're gonna be on YouTube, which I suggest you do, it's how you get clients. You need all of those things. So what we will do together, we'll walk through, okay, who should I use to set up all of these step by step by step by step? And you don't have to use the ones I use. I'll give you 2 or 3. You can do it yourself. But what it will do for you is you won't have to, like I did, piece by piece. Like I set up a LLC, and it was months before I opened up my business check account. It was months before I got a landing page, and then more months. No, you can really get this done. What if you shy? Girl, this is for introverts. This is for introverts. You looking at the poster child for introversion. You don't have to have your camera on. You don't have to have your camera on, for sure. You don't even, I mean, I would like to know who is in there with me, so I will ask you to put your name on the screen, but no, you just want the information. You just need the information on how to take your idea from idea to business. Now, that I will be honest with you, the audiobook, we would have to find a place that houses your audiobook. So I'll have to do a little research on that, because if it's an ebook, easy. That's a no-brainer. If it's a product that you're trying to sell, that's a no-brainer. These are all easy. I'm just giving you the back work. How do you get all of that done? So please, right now, y'all, do not forget, email me, because I'll start working on this week, on a time scheduling, getting the link out and all of that stuff. Launch Your Legacy is $99. I'm telling you, it'd be the best. It's the best $99 you will have spent in a long time, because what you'll be able to do is walk away with a plan. Here's what I'm going to do first, and I'm telling you, if you're going to do the business, do it. I think you have to talk to Audible. Oh, well, I don't know, but you don't have to show your face. You could remain anonymous. I know people who do facialist channels, girl. And wait a minute, let me tell y'all this, because AI is a monster. AI will now do the whole video voiceover for you. I am doing PowerPoint presentations now, you all, and all I do is hit animate. I can pick a voice. It doesn't have to be me. It does the whole. It will help me create the PowerPoint, and then it will speak it. It'll speak the whole script. So, sister, we might be able to work around that. We might be able to work around that. So somebody says, no, you can do audio books without Audible. Okay. So see, look at the community. They telling you. But I would need to get more information, to be perfectly honest, without, because I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. What I am telling you, Launch Your Legacy can do for you, for sure, is help you build out your business. What are you going to need step by step by step? If you got an ebook, easy breezy capeasy. If you got a tangible product, easy breezy capeasy. You just need to build out. Um, I have not personally created and marketed and sold an audio product. But again, you still need all of that background business stuff. So, yes. But she asked about Audible. Y'all not gonna make me. I cannot tell no tales, and I do not tell tales. I have never done an audio book or an Audible. Again, what I can deliver on is how to establish this business. Hype is only available after she live streams. Okay, okay, okay. Or somebody said it's available on your app, on the mobile app. Okay, there you go. Just email me. Please, please, please email me because I cannot reach out to you. I will not remember everybody who wants to participate in Launch Your Legacy. Just, it don't have to be a long email. Just Sandra, include me in from, Launch Your Legacy. That's it. I hate AI. I know, but let me tell you something. It can help you create a website. I can't code. I can't code nothing, but I actually learned to code because as you're doing it, you can't help but pick up. It tells you like, search out this line of the code or format it like this. I am not a professional coder, but I bet you if anything go wrong on that website, I can go in there and fix it. Took me 6 weeks. I learned to build a website and I'm a baby coder. AI. I didn't take a class. I didn't go to a coding boot camp. All those images, all that stuff, it just walked me through it and I just kept perfecting it. So I'm with you. I hate that there are aspects of AI that I am totally concerned about. But in terms of making a task easier, I'm going to take it every time. And if I'm not feeding it personal information, I'm gonna take it every time. I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap in. I don't want to get left behind. Okay, so I think we got all of the housekeeping. We got all that stuff out the way. Okay, this is what I need y'all help with. I told y'all earlier. Look. I've been working on my skincare, my Korean 10-step 10-step skincare. I'm out of this. Anybody coming to Southeast Asia, to Malaysia in particular, anytime soon, if you bring me some of this, I swear for goodness, I would take you out. I'd take you to high tea if you could bring me some of this vitamin C stuff for my skin. So I'm going to share with y'all real quick. These are some products that I have found that I've been using, and I linked them too, I think in the description box. So if you got 10 steps, girl, I said the same thing, but it happened so fast, I did not even know. Okay, because 2 of the steps is cleansing. Okay, it's 3 big overarching things. You got to cleanse, you got to hydrate, moisturize, and you lock it in. That's it. That's it. That's it. Them the big overarching. So let me show y'all. Okay, so my cleanser is CeraVe. I should have brought it. Anyway, I do a double cleanse. And so like I wear sunscreen. I don't wear a lot of makeup because it's hot. Sometimes I will. And let's see, do the pharmacies, they carry it, but they don't carry this. I have not been able to find this CeraVe. They carry my face wash. I use the hydrating face wash. It helps restore your moisture barrier. I need skincare, y'all. I never had to do no skincare like in my 30s and 40s, child out, just good genes. But now this beaming, unforgiving sun, this sun be whooping me. I come in here some days. Y'all saw me in that pool. I look like an old shoe. That this sun is unrelenting. And so I have to do something, or that sun just will eat you up. And so I put the name in the live, the exact name. Okay. Oh no, I don't have to, Marilyn. It's in the description box of the video. If you go back and look at the description box, all the products are in there. everything from the face wash to everything. So the CeraVe face wash is the first thing I do, or really the first step in my 10-step Korean skincare. I cleanse with an oil. And so you can buy a product, but y'all, I'm not into all of that. I have castor oil. How many of y'all know castor oil is the truth? Castor oil, organic, either black Jamaican castor oil or just plain old castor oil. Okay, y'all, this is the chat part. I'm sorry, we off the topic. We into the chat part. Yes. Yep. I'm not doing all of the. I ain't got time for that. First of all, it's too hot here to be doing like a whole full beat glam makeup. We just ain't got time for it. We just, girl, I ain't got time for all of that. They didn't have that in Panama. What the what? I didn't know. I bought it. I bought all of the stuff. I loaded up on everything when I was in Chicago, and so I didn't know if I was gonna really like this. But you see, it's almost. I have squirrels the lift out of this. It's a vitamin C, and I put it on in the morning. Um, and I don't know. Yeah, somebody said, "Oh shoot, oh. We getting near the end of our time. We getting near the end of our time. I don't know if they'll deliver it. There's no Amazon. We have Shopee and Lazada, and so I've tried it, but they don't. Amazon doesn't deliver here that I know of. So that kind of knocked me out the game because I would have done that. Okay, but let me share. Okay, so I do the CeraVe double cleanse. I cleanse with some castor oil. Girl, castor oil is the truth. Castor oil, the truth. You can use it for everything, for your hair, your eyebrows, cleansing your skin, removing makeup. Anyway, so I start there. Then I use my little CeraVe in the morning. Then I throw this on. This is the vitamin C thing, and listen. Okay, so that's 3 steps right there. Then I start in. I got to show y'all this. Katrina turned me on to these things. The next 3 steps, I'm gonna show all y'all. I swear to God, I'm fighting like a fish on a hook. I shouldn't say fighting, but I am really trying to keep this sun off my butt. Then I start with this ordinary. Can you see it? Hyaluronic acid. I don't know what it takes for this thing to. I have to be right here. Okay, there it is. So the next thing I do is the ordinary hyaluronic acid because I'm telling you, the sun dries you out. I have to moisturize. This like less than $10. My skincare is a mix between drugstore, you know, and whatever. Okay, so then I go with the hyaluronic acid. Y'all saw how swole my eyeballs were, right? Then I have to put this on my eyeballs. This is the ordinary too. I don't know what this is. It's some caffeine solution. You see where it say it reduces the appearance of dark circles and puffiness. This is what I have been reduced to because this Malaysian sun is over here kicking my butt. Okay, so to fight, if I take these glasses off, part of the reason why I keep my glasses on too, because look at that. You see them puffies? Child, you see the let me move this out of the way. You see how, look at it. It looks like somebody, oh, mother's starting to disintegrate and scare children. I can't have it. So then I put this ordinary caffeine solution under to help depuff. Because if I don't sleep right, if I don't get enough sleep, or if I eat too much salt, or if I'm in the pool, that mess with my eyes, and I have to do it. I'm a Catholic girl, head to toe, head to toe. The brows, the lashes, the hair. I put it, I put it on my feet, and I mix in a little tea tree oil. Sometimes it just depends. Somebody say on your eyeballs, girl, everywhere. Castor oil is the truth, and it's not expensive. Castor oil is good for pain too. I heard that. The ordinary products that I have used have worked wonders. Good. Okay, because I'm not. It don't have to be expensive for me. It just has to work. Girl, yes, rub it on your joints. Get in here in the village, girl. We're trying to help you. Castor oil, you can, and what I love about that is you can buy it anywhere. So I use a lot of natural, I've got castor oil, shea butter, olive oil. So my skincare is, I try to use as many natural products because you can get that anywhere. I don't need no specialty stuff that I can only get certain places. You see me out right now on the internet trying to get this CeraVe. It's a vitamin C, but I found something else in place of that vitamin C. Okay, so we talked about my eyeballs. Then I got to start in with my face. Have y'all ever seen this? Good Molecules, niacinamide. Let me turn it this way. Katrina turned me on to this. This big bottle, I think, was $12. So a niacinamide is a moisturizer. I had to moisturize my skin. There we go. And it works to refine signs of aging or whatever it is, I don't know, in the appearance of pores, because I got all that. I got all this going on. So then, okay, so we up to step 5. Then let's see, what's this one? Okay, after I do that, then I have to start with this one. Everybody know this. This advanced night repair. I don't care if you don't buy nothing else. This mug is the truth. I'll stake a limb, a vital organ on this stuff right here. This stuff works. I don't know what's in it. It's some peptides in it or something. I do not know. But when I tell y'all, you could see, look, I had some crow's feet. You could see them. Let me move this out the way. I had crow's feet. You know, when you smile, them little lines and stuff. She don't play by me. That Estee Lauder don't play. So that's step 6. Then, because I'm working on the crow's feet around my eyeballs, I throw this on top. I throw this on top. It's thick. I put it on. Yes, coconut oil sometimes breaks me out. I don't know. It's comedogenic for me, and so is olive oil. Because I was trying to use olive oil on my face, and I got a nasty little breakout on my chin. So far, those things that I've been using don't break me out. And then this the goal. Remember we was talking about this last time, y'all. Can she focus? This here, right here, I'll fight you for it. I'll fight you for this. This Estee Lauder Revitalizer Supreme, whatever is in this jar, I don't know what's in it, but I swear to goodness, when I rub it on, I feel special. I feel like I'm somebody important when I put that on. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the toner. Because it all starts after I cleanse. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back over this. After I cleanse, I use this Laneige. It's a toner. It's a creamy, milky toner. I don't know. They say you need to have it. It's supposed to hydrate your skin. I don't know. I put it on with a cotton pad. I put that on. I do all this in the morning. I do it in the morning and night. I'm committed. Then I use this essence. This what the little lady sold me at the store. I use this. This going after my toner. This shit is laughable. I am not kidding. There was a time when, girl, all I did was get up and wash my face with soap and water. And now I got a whole chemistry lab over here. Okay. So that's a regular morning, a regular night. So a couple nights out the week, I had to use this retinol. That's what they told me. I got to use a retinol to get rid of the fine lines. So this is my retinol. And it works too. But I will tell you this, it's when they say super serum, this joker is strong. It's good, but it's strong. I can't put it on my neck. I put it on my neck and child, it was like flesh eating. I was itching and scratching and flaking because it's just too strong. But it keeps this. You can see like you can see these fine lines when I get close. You see them? It takes care of that. So, and then there's another one. This, y'all seen? I like Laneige clearly. This the lip mask. Was y'all on the live when the man came on and asked me where was my lip gloss? He basically was saying, get your crusty lips together. He said, where's your lip gloss? Get out of here. I asked you. So I put this on at nighttime too. And then when I'm doing, I know this a lot. When I'm doing my retinol at night, I use this for my eyes too. So that's it, y'all. When I tell, oh, then I finish up with a sunscreen. Everything ends up with a sunscreen. I'm telling you. See you, Mimi. Girl, we ain't doing nothing. I'm done. The best way to prevent wrinkles is to use a sunblock. Sister, that's what. Bam, bam, bam. This is my sunscreen. I got it from Melaleuca. I put it in this bottle because I carry it in my bag. But Melaleuca makes a mineral sunscreen. It feel like skincare going on. So I use that too. I was how many of y'all use sunscreen? I just want to know in the chat. I'm a sunscreen girl now because when I tell you this sun is unforgiving, like when I was in Mexico, I was still playing around with the sun. You know, melanin, I got melanin, da 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 da. I don't play with this sun. I do not play with this sun. I do not. This is not the way. Yes, a SPF. Yup, yup, yup. I try to. I think you could get away with a 30. I ain't no scientist. I ain't no skincare esthetician. I'm none of that. But I go somewhere between 30 and 50 SPF because this ain't no joke. Okay, and then okay, I'm gonna give y'all one more thing because I gotta share this. And my daughter gonna be so mad at me because my daughter bought this for me when I was in Chicago. And y'all know a woman that tell you her age and her weight should tell you anything. Y'all ever seen this? It's a perfume by Diptyque. It's called Orpheon. When I tell you, I was talking, this must have been me and Tony were talking last week, and she was saying, don't wait to wear your cute clothes. You know, don't wait to eat on your good dishes. And I was like, girl, don't wait to put on your good perfume. This stuff smells so good. Hey, son, that's my son. Girl, this Diptyque smells so good. I'm telling you, if you are trying to find you a man, get you some Diptyque Orpheon. I got on the elevator, and usually the Asian men, they don't talk to me. I'm invisible to them. I'm totally invisible. They don't see me. When I tell you this man chatted me up on that elevator, I was like, well, hello to you too, sir. Taxi drivers chat you up. I don't know. My son, he a man. I think dudes appreciate it when you smell good. Because when I wear this perfume, Orpheon by Diptyque, when I wear this, I'll be like, look, I have to put my headphones in. I don't want to talk. I'm not here. I changed it. YouTube is held. Oh, let's see. I'm going to try that vitamin C. Okay, 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 okay. So let me roll back through the comments and then we got to go. Okay, it draws out inflammation. Google the benefits. Castor oil is up there with black seed oil. Listen, y'all better listen. That black seed oil, yep. SPF 40. Yes, indeed. Get you some. Get you some. I'm going to try the vitamin C serum by CeraVe. They have it at CVS. Yes, they have it at CVS, Target, anywhere. I linked it in the thing to Walmart. I think Walmart might have the best price on it. It automatically does that. Oh, not that certainly matters. I remember every woman I met had on a nice perfume. You heard it straight from a man. I remember every woman I ever met that had on a nice perfume. I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all, I'm invisible. And I like that to a degree. Because, I can move with impunity. Ain't nobody checking for me. Every time I put that diptyque on, whatever. Okay. Use a parasol. Yep. I got my sunblock and umbrella. Mm-hmm. 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 More beauty secrets, por favor. I know. Y'all know by the time by the time we get past the business, this stream devolves into nothing but a chat. We just be over here chitting and chatting. We chitting and chatting, and this is my favorite part. Okay. Then the jury is in. We gotta wear sunscreen. I have a sister that I argue with. She argued with me. She told me she used she used coconut oil for her sunscreen. I'm like, girl, coconut oil is not a sunscreen. If anything, you baking in the sun. You baking. I don't know. I use sunscreen. I don't know. And I'm telling y'all, I'm new to it too. I always had some, but I really use it now because this sun up from sun up to sundown, it's intense. It's 12 hours of sunlight here. You can't escape it. You'd have to be a prisoner. So I use my sunscreen. Okay, so we got everything out the way. Oh, one more. I'm gonna toss this in for free. I'll toss this one in for free. I just found this. This this body lotion here, the Biolipids. Look, I'm telling y'all, if you don't want to be oily and greasy, but you want to be moisturized, she's your girl. She's your girl. Okay, so I shared everything I got to share. Now the last thing to do is if anybody in here is a content creator, I know we did Amina. You can fry chicken and coconut oil. Girl, you cannot tell my friend that coconut oil is not a sunscreen. I said, girl, I am not. She's like, I just use coconut oil. That is not a sunscreen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not gonna work. So I'm doing everything. I'm using my sunscreen. I use my umbrella. I don't have a hat. I do need a hat though. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. Okay, so we talked about Amina's YouTube channel. I gotta scroll through. Oh, and who else is here? Hold on, I'm getting ready to roll through real quick. Let me hide this. I want to show you. Oh, Mimi has a YouTube channel, Voyager. You all please go over there. She is teaching Spanish. The girl is reading and she says she's not fluent. You can't tell me she's not fluent. You cannot tell me the girl is not fluent. I'm not buying it. Let's see who else. Here we go. Sabangale has she's We Don't Retire, We Ascend across all social media platforms. You can find her on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I think she has a YouTube channel. We're trying to encourage her to do a YouTube channel, but she has a Substack. I don't know if Sabangale is still here. Sabangale, if you're still here, can we get your Substack link? Sabangale is a gifted writer, prolific writer. She wrote a book that we used in our financial literacy learning community now about that budget. We talked about it last time. Please go support a sister. I'm just scrolling back to see. Marilyn, is there anybody else? Please go check out my sister, Winsome. She is Big Up Yourself. Marilyn will put the links down there, I'm sure. Big Up Yourself. Please go over, just support her. She will love it. She has a beautiful book out. I bought her book, but I left it in Chicago because I can't carry heavy books. I don't know if she has an e version of the book yet, but the cover is stunning, stunning, stunning. And I think Francis was on here. Francis has a YouTube channel too. Let me go back and see if I can find Frances. I know I saw her in the chat earlier. Oh, here it is. Frances's YouTube channel is Find Her Freedom. Please. And I want to say she's fine. She maybe Find Her Freedom across on Instagram for sure. But please go. Go, 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 go. We done over here. Y'all can go. Go like her channel, subscribe, comment on a video. It's such an easy way to help a small content creator. It's how we build this community. It's what we're built on. We share. We pub our sisters up. You got a book? What you got? We want to know. We probably need whatever it is that you have. If you have it, please bring it. If you have a book, if you are launching a new product, whatever it is, please let me know how I can help you because somebody helped me. Somebody helped me, and I'm definitely want to pay it forward. I don't see anybody else in the chat that has a YouTube channel, but if I missed anybody, we're going to get you there. Okay. There it is. You're right. It's spitting out bones. Yes. Thank you, love, for putting that up. And if there's anybody else I forgot, please just email it to me and then we can have it ready. I can make a link for you. I'd like to make a clickable link So if you, all the content creators here, if you all would just email me your links, I can create a clickable link and we can post those the next time we get together, because all we do over here is chat. We do, listen, I create a YouTube video and a title and a topic because you got to, and so I have to talk about that stuff. But the truth is, this is why I come meet my friends. This is why I come over here. This is how I get my socializing in. This is how an introvert on the road socializes. I come here and talk to my friends. Spitting Out Bones is on Substack. Okay, Sabangale. Okay. And then Winslow's new book is on Amazon. This Time Revolution is Spiritual. That's the title of her book. And when I tell y'all, that cover is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I wish I could have brought it, but I really literally was out of space in my suitcase. But go over and support my sister. Her YouTube channel is Big Up Yourself. And that's all I got for today, y'all. I'm surprised this connection lasted this long. Okay, so we got 2 lives coming up, and I've got to switch some things around. But next Sunday, and Cheryl, this is news to you because Cheryl and I are going to do a live together too, where she's going to talk about the supplements that she helped me use to, kind of keep it together, not fall apart. But that'll be 2 Sundays from now. Next Sunday, it will be Anita. Global Granny is going to be here with me because Global Granny is going to get us straight on how we can have, a fabulous travel life and not spend all our money. So she's going to help us with travel points, how to connect your credit card, how to get your hotel point, all the things so that you can have fabulous travels, lounge stays, hotel stays, and you don't break the bank, because why would we be paying more when we could pay less? So if you don't know, Anita's channel is Anita T hyphen Global Granny. And I believe that's how she's Anita T7 on Instagram. So check her out. She'll be here next Sunday. This was a good time. Yay. Thank you, Diamond. I miss y'all. These are all my friends. Thank you, friends. Oh, Marilyn put the link to Winsome's new book. And so y'all go get it. Winsome is so awesome. Winsome's a powerful healer, honey. Powerful healer. We shouted out all the other girls. And look, I got Marissa's book too. Marissa Price. Her book is, oh shoot. Marilyn, do you remember Marissa's book? It's got a butterfly on the cover. I have her book too. Cocoon. Cocoon. That's the name of her book, Cocoon. So y'all go support these Black content creators and all that stuff. I gotta go. Mwah. I'll talk to everybody next Sunday. Remember, we're talking about how to travel for less, how to stay in the nice hotel in the business class tickets, and how to get into the lounge and not break the bank. I will see y'all next Sunday. Same place, same channel, same time. Later, y'all.